My name is Dr. Mrs. Joy Duro Amakodim. The topic of my paper is ICT for Language Learning in Nigerian Primary Education, co-authored by myself and Dr. Nnamdi Aniru. Learning of English language dates back to the time when colonialists needed interpreters, cooks, clerks, and other workers to help facilitate their work. The idea of teaching language continued to the present era with the use of ICT. This paper, therefore, looks into the meaning of language learning among primary school children in Nigeria. It discusses the importance of ICT to children when they are exposed to it in the classroom. 4 educational levels, namely kindergarten, primary 1, primary 2, and the primary 3 were used for description and analysis. It has been shown that Nigerian government has interest in encouraging the use of ICT in teaching and learning language. This is evident in our national policy on education, which has made it mandatory to involve ICT in the teaching and learning process. Conclusion was drawn that ICT is important in teaching and learning language in Nigerian primary schools, and that ICT has positive influence on pupils and teachers in Nigerian primary schools. Since ICT is a new technological device introduced into primary schools, stakeholders may ask some questions. Whether the teachers are trained or prepared for it, and at what level of primary school are children exposed to computers. Hence the training of teachers. Teachers must be trained because they introduce and guide the use of computers in classrooms. At the kindergarten level, they introduce them to the alphabet letters, recognition, and they demonstrate the skills. They also show them the shapes and sounds of letters. At the primary 1 level, teachers should demonstrate the skills several times for the children to observe. This is mainly an observation group or level. Primary 2, teachers now demonstrate to children on how to turn on computers, how they will manipulate the parts which they learned from kindergarten to primary 1. At this level, they have mastered the parts. They have known different parts of the computer. So at the primary 3 level, this one is now a level whereby children will now practice what they have learned from kindergarten to primary 2. Thereby, teachers now can group them depending on the number of computers they have in the classroom. The knowledge they acquired, they are now using them to dictate. One child will be called up to dictate the sentences while the other records on the computer, and the other one will read. This one goes through, all of them, they will take turn in practicing what they have learned. So this level, children are now ready to work on the computers, and they will enjoy them. Conclusively, the discussion has looked into the importance of ICT to language learning as it affects pupils and teachers in Nigerian primary schools. Hence, educational planners, school administrators, especially those involved with the teaching pupils in kindergarten through primary school levels, to carefully plan and include ICT in teaching and learning language. The government also is encouraged to endeavor to procure enough computers for these schools, since it is something that is going globally. The use of ICT is now a global venture for every child, every adult to learn. Thank you.